Hello everyone, Niklas Heitloff here from IBM and OpenNTF. In this video I'm going to demonstrate a couple of samples that have been contributed to OpenNTF over the last weeks and months. In May this year the new OpenNTF Alliance was created and established, and it's an alliance of equal members that you can see here at the bottom. Or actually those are the members that are in the steering committee. There are more members, and as part of this alliance, or the alliance defined a new governance model and a new IP model. And the IP model contains support for the Apache license, and you can find now good and vetted Apache projects in this Apache catalog. And the idea about this catalog is that it's supposed to contain higher quality samples. And one way we want to ensure that is by having a second committer having to test all contributions before they go in this catalog. We also require a certain level of documentation, we require screenshots, etc. This catalog is targeted towards two different types of users. One are obviously the developers, but two also end users who just want to install some extensions into Nodes, or people who want to demonstrate value of Nodes Domino application development. In this catalog there are three different types of entries: rich client components, reusable controls, and projects. And I want to go through these different types now and give you some examples. So first one is one that I've already installed here, so let me remove it. So this is a list of all available widgets and Eclipse plugins, and each end user, everyone, can install these things in the same easy way via drag and drop. Let me quickly show you how this works. When I choose this one, send mail to, I can drag this icon and drop it onto my widget sidebar panel. And now when I go into my test mail here, you can see that this one, the internet email address, is now underlined, and I have this new action here, send mail to. And in this case it brings up a new mail form with the recipient already passed in. And this would also work for other email clients, since it uses the mail to tag. The next sample I want to show you is called widget for same time unite. And I've already defined my moderator passcode, my username, and my conference ID in the preferences of this widget. So now I can simply double click and this other window is brought up with my same time unite meeting running in it. Everything is prepared, and now I can simply hit the start button to initiate the meeting. So that's the second widget in this catalog. Now the next one I want to show you is actually an Eclipse plugin, traffic view. So I can enter start and address here, and then I can bring up Google Maps in my Notes client, showing me the directions. The next sample I want to show you, a new project, another project, is called recent same time contacts. My problem is that I have way too many contacts in same time, and it's hard to find people. I have to start entering their names, and in order to make that easier, there is this new sidebar component. So when I now initiate a chat, let's say chat with myself, you can see that I was added here, which also works for the last 25 contacts, so that you can simply go back there, double click these people. And I think it's useful because typically I only chat with the same 10 or 20 people. So what else? Oh, there's another project called QuickIM, and that one allows me to just select text, the person name in this case, and then I can initiate a chat right from here, as you can see, or I can bring up the business card here. And as you could see for just a second, there is this resolve dialog. So whenever there's more than one potential match, it gives you a possibility to define the person you really want to chat with. So another same time project we have on OpenNTF, and let me just open up this chat window here again, is really nice sample for same time extensibility. So I have these new icons here, open writing pad, and when I do this, I get this. And now I can write with my mouse, and it's not that easy, but it's a lot easier if you have better input devices. And then I can say paste into sending area and send it to my chat partner. So I think another nice same time extensibility sample. Let's see. So I think those were the samples that I wanted to show you for rich client extensions. Now the second entry in the catalog is called Reusable Controls. And in here we have controls which are NSFs or NTFs with a couple of design elements. And the idea here is that developers can take these design elements, copy and paste them in their own applications and use them. So these are not the full applications, these are single controls. Let me show you quickly one or two of these samples. So this one is a navigator X-page control. You can also run some of these controls online, as this one. You can navigate around. It shows you what you can do. It shows you the server side JavaScript unit test results and client API, etc. So this is one example, and just another one real quick. It's called floating panel. So this one allows you to drag this panel and move it around, and it uses a Dojo object, which is simply embedded in an X-page control to make it even simpler to use. And all of these controls are documented. Like this one is the navigator, there's screenshot, there's documentation for how to run it, documentation of the JavaScript APIs, what design elements are required, etc. So go and check it out. And then real quick, before I run out of time of my 10 minutes YouTube limit here, the project. So there's a project for dog ear, and it's pretty nice. Actually, let me show you this. So this is dog ear on the web interface. I have 5 different bookmarks here, and I have the same bookmarks here in my notes application. I can synchronize in both directions. It's especially useful for salespeople who don't have access always to their corporate connection server. So you have your bookmarks always with you. And as I said, you can create them on both rich client or web, synchronize in both directions, or you can only keep them in your local notes database. This one uses classic Notes Domino app dev, and it uses LotusScript and Java to access the REST APIs from connections. Another project very similar is Delicious. So, and just again real quick, I have only 3 bookmarks here in Delicious, but those are the same ones that you can see here. Now it's similar from a functionality point of view, but technically it's very different. It uses Eclipse, an Eclipse plugin. It uses a Java API that we provide here under Apache for a REST client API, and it uses Derby to store these bookmarks locally. So nice example, go and check it out. Then another one I want to show you is where is it? It's, why don't I see that? Oh, here, Xpages Wiki. So this is a very popular one. So this download number is wrong. It's actually has already been downloaded 4,000 times, and you can try it online. And the documentation of this wiki is actually hosted in a wiki itself. So here you can find out how to do how the markup syntax looks like, how to do tables, etc. There are testimonials in it, etc., etc. So go and try it out. And then the last thing I want to show you real quick is a project that we have not released on OpenNTF yet, but will do very soon when the 851 EGA goes out. And this is the next generation of the discussion template, as you know it from Notes. And what we have done here is we are using the Java UI, the Java views, to improve the user interface of the rich client to make it more consistent to other Notes 8 applications. And now you can do things like preview on the side, preview on the bottom, etc., etc. And the very nice thing here is when you open one of these and when you create a new response, you get this new thread viewer component that allows you, while you're typing your response, to navigate to other documents of the same thread, which is really useful because typically you don't respond to only one document in a thread, but to several at a time. And this really improves the user experience. So those were just some of the samples that you can find now on OpenNTF. Go and try them out.